Welcome to an example in which we're looking at a test results for pregnancy. A home pregnancy test was given to women. Then pregnancy was verified through blood tests. The following table shows the home pregnancy test results. So let's make sure we understand first off what this is saying. So these are all positive test results. These are all negative test results here. These across the top are women that are actually pregnant. And then right here are women that are not pregnant. So in other words, these 72 women right here are pregnant and they tested positive, as they should. These 4 women are pregnant but tested negative. That's a false negative. These 5 women are not pregnant, but they tested positive. It said they're pregnant. That's a false positive. And then these 59 women are negative and not pregnant. So they're not pregnant and they tested negative, as they should. Okay, with that in mind, let's answer the following questions. The first one, find the following, give the answers, reduced fractions, or decimal. P stands for probability. Positive, and now what's that straight line? This straight line right here means given. It means given. So they're saying, if you grab somebody at random out of this group of women, what's the probability you're going to get a woman that had a positive test result given that she is pregnant? So what comes after the line given? That'd be like if I said to you, hey, I grabbed a woman at random. This means we grabbed, well, it sounds weird to say grabbed, out of the pregnant women. Why am I saying out of because that's what's given. You're given that you're talking about a pregnant woman. So that limits the field. And in fact, what we should do is circle just right here the pregnant women only. So out of the pregnant women, what's the probability that you get a positive? Right? Probability of positive given pregnant. Well, that's going to be, so it's positive out of the pregnant women. So what's the chance it's positive? Well, so there's 76 pregnant women. Out of them, how many are positive? 72. See what I did then? I limited the field to just the top row because they told us we're given that it's a pregnant woman. So out of those 76 pregnant women, how many tested positive? 72 divided by 76. My calculator's telling me 0.9474. Around 36 rounds to 4 there. All right, next question. What's the probability that the woman is pregnant given that the test is positive? Isn't that what we just did? No, it's the reverse. See how they're reversing it now? Now they're saying probability pregnant given, or I'll just write the word given, given positive test result, right? Given that the test is positive. So that's the reverse. So that means now what are we talking about? We're talking about out of these, you always got to start with what's given. That limits the field. You're given, you know, this is what you know for sure, that you grabbed a woman with a positive test result. That would be these people. These are all the women with a positive test result. So the given, notice, tells the denominator. Like the last one, it was pregnant. In this one, the denominator will be, I'll do it right over here. Positive, which is the 77. The denominator, the positive, is the 70. So it's out of those 77 women, given that it's a woman who did test positive. What's the chance she's pregnant? So we want pregnant out of positive. So how many are pregnant out of that group? 72 out of 77. So it's similar, but a little different. to the last question. I got 9. It's a little different. 9, 3, 5, 1. So there we go. Came out a little different. Now the next one. Given that the woman is pregnant, what's probably the test is negative? So the probability of negative given pregnant, right? We're given the woman's pregnant, given pregnant. So that again is the denominator, right? Pregnant is, so you come up to the chart and you say, now we're only talking about these women right here, the pregnant women. So that's again the 76. And out of that group, how many are negative? 4 out of 76. Not very many. So that comes out 0.0526. So negative given pregnant. So again, the given tells you the denominator, doesn't it? Okay, another one of these. Not pregnant given negative. So probability not pregnant given negative. So again, the denominator is the given. Let's go back up to our chart. We're going to circle only the negative people. That's these women. So out of those 63 women who tested negative, right? We're given that the woman tested negative. Out of those women, out of all the women that testing, what's the chance she's really not pregnant? Well, 59 of them are not pregnant. 59 divided by 63. We'd hope most of them, right? They tested negative. They shouldn't be pregnant. I'm getting 0.9365. 9365. Good. All right. Now, the last two questions are not given. There's no straight line, right? The straight line is the given. There's just some other questions. They're saying, what's the chance of a false positive? Now, what is a false positive? Are you aware what that is? Here, let me looking for some room to write it, but yeah, maybe I'll erase this last thing, just write it right here. So the false positive equals tested positive, but that is false, meaning they're actually not pregnant, right? They tested positive. The pregnancy test came out positive, like, yep, you're pregnant. But that's false. It's a false positive. They're actually not pregnant. It's a false positive. What's the chance of a false positive? Who's false positive up there? Well, it'd be somebody who tested positive. It's these people. And it's false, meaning they're actually not pregnant. It's 5 out of 77. Do you see that? Because we're talking about a positive result. So it's one of those 77 women, and out of them, what chance it's false, meaning they're really not pregnant. Do you see how I got it? It's not, I'm kind of running out of room here. Let me do it right here. It's 5 out of 77 because it's not pregnant over those who test, well, I'll just write positive. The test came out positive. So it's a false positive, right? It's 5 out of 77. The test came out positive, which means it's one of those 77 women, but it's false. They're not pregnant, really. So the chance of that is 5 out of 77, which comes out to be 0.0649. It's a pretty low chance. And then the final question, false negative. What's a false negative? Well, you can probably figure it out. They tested negative, but that's false. Meaning they really are pregnant. Right? They tested negative. The pregnancy test said, nope, you're not pregnant. But that's false. Again, something false means it's not true, right? It's false, meaning they really are pregnant. So we have to figure out of those that tested negative, how many really are pregnant? Well, let's go up and find the negative. There's the negative. There's all the women that tested negative. Out of those 63 women who tested negative, how many really are pregnant? 4. 4 out of 63. 4 out of 63 really are pregnant. So out of the ones that tested negative, so that's coming out for me 0.0635. That's the false negative women. So there we go.